Morning. Governor Obiano restates the importance of community policing in strengthening security across the country. Anambra government commences removal of illegal structures on water channels. Police arrest suspected house burglar in Oka. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Governor Willie Obiano has called on other states to complement the efforts of Anambra state government in security to ensure all-round protection of lives and property across the country. He made the call when the commissioner representing Southeast and the organized private sector at the Police Service Commission, Dr. Nkemka Jumbo Ofo, paid him a courtesy visit at the government house, Oka. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports.
Obiano, represented by his deputy, Dr. Nkemo Keke, who intimated the commissioner with series of achievements by the state government in security, made a strong case for the replication of such feats in other parts of the country. The governor emphasized the need for community policing, which he said will strengthen the security network of the country if achieved.
We really need to reform the police to increase the effectiveness in policing in the state. The idea of community policing is also very important, and I'm happy that we're trying to make progress in that direction.
Earlier, Dr. Jumbo Ofo commended the state government for its achievements in security and called on others to emulate such gesture. He called on the Anambra to get involved in police recruitment exercise. The commissioner also during the visit acquainted the governor on the plan of the Police Service Commission to establish police college in the state where police officers will be trained on various skills.
I came to seek the collaboration with other states and services to make the police workable and then to initiate community policing. Other things, but Anambra can be safer.
In a remark, the secretary to the state government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, commended the commissioner for the visit, pleading with the commission to always inform the Anambra state government on time as it concerns police recruitment to ensure full participation of our citizens.
On behalf of the state government, I would like to thank you for coming to share all these wonderful news and events that are taking place in the Police Service Commission.
From the government house in Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
Governor Willie Obiano says education is a critical enabler in the life of an individual and the society at large. Governor Obiano made this assertion at a one-day retreat for newly appointed education stakeholders in the state, organized by the Anambra State Education Project in collaboration with Ministry of Basic Education. The event was held at the Golden Tulip Hotels in Agolo, Anocha Council area. Chibuzo Okoye has details of that report.
Declaring the retreat open, Governor Obiano, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, said that the retreat was timely to help the newly inaugurated board members of the Post-Primary School Service Commission, PPSSC, Anambra State Universal Basic Education Board, ASUBEB, as well as the new education secretaries in the 21 local government areas of Anambra State to get acquainted with the education policy of his administration, as they will be the drivers of the policy in their various offices. Governor Obiano assured that his administration will continue to provide quality education that is globally competitive, as well as ensure that the learning needs of all is met, and as well focus emphasis on the welfare of teachers in the state.
The welfare of the teachers and the students. That the teachers should be well motivated, paid on time. Those that deserve some special allowance should be encouraged with such special allowances, as well as ensure that teachers are regularly trained so that while in service we learn about new trends in education.
Earlier, the Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Kate Omenora, enumerated most of the achievements of the Obiano administration in the education sector and made it clear that the retreat was equally meant for them to familiarize, learn the emerging trends in education in order to remain above their contemporaries nationwide, and charged teachers to keep developing themselves for them not to be left behind in the current education model that is being driven by the Willie Obiano's government.
Some months ago, we put in place a new board, the boards for Post-Primary School Services Commission and that of Asuba. Some months ago, Your Honor, too, we appointed education secretaries that are in charge of the 21 local government areas.
Discussing the overview of the Anambra Economic Blueprint, the coordinator, Anambra State Economic Think Tank, Mr. Mark Atasie, charged participants in the retreat to take actions that will fall in line with the education policy of the state, which will eventually be in tandem with the economic blueprint of the state. Mr. Atasie underscored the need for all drivers of the economic blueprint of Anambra State to start adopting global best practices, efficiency, and ingenuity in their works so that the state will always compete favorably in the world, leveraging on where it has comparative advantage.
We must build the environment for us to compete in the next wave of the global economy. And we are not doing that yet. We're leaving it to chance. And that means this cycle of development, 30 years again, we might lose out as a people.
From Golden Tulip Hotel, Agoro, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
Thank you so much, Chibuzon. Moving on, Anambra State Physical Planning Board has commenced the demolition of illegal structures that obstruct free flow of flood across the state. The exercise started with the removal of obstruction at the access road to Rockland Estate and other adjoining estates where a perimeter fence constructed by a private developer blocked a flood channel. A correspondent, Ejike Abana, reports.
Arrival, it was observed that staff of the State Physical Planning Board were on the site with a caterpillar pulling down the concrete wall. The flood channel originally passed through a compound which informed the private developer's decision and action. It was also observed that the entire road has been submerged by water which devastated some parts of the road, making it impossible for motorists to ply. Speaking to the ABS, a resident of Light of the Nation Estate in the area, Mr. Nnamdi Onyekwelo, explained that the obstruction blocked the major road, which forced residents to use an alternative road that is gradually filling due to heavy traffic, and applauded the government's decision to respond to their plight.
It makes our car difficult to ply this road. It spoils the underneath and the suspension. It's because of a blockade of the drainage. One of the residents here has been causing the hardship here. I'm happy that the state government have come to our aid because we've written several petitions to all the different agencies to come to our assistance. I'm finally happy that they have listened.
The executive chairman of Anambra State Physical Planning Board, Mr. Chike Maduekwe, in his remarks stressed that the move has become imperative in keeping with Governor Willie Obiano's directive during the last Executive Council meeting at the Government House, Oka, where the exercise was unanimously approved.
Government should not be seen as a weak government because they want to carry everybody along. These people that are doing these buildings that have no structural integrity, and then later on you have building collapse and the innocent people are killed. It won't happen again. We will not tolerate it at all.
In Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
And our police have arrested suspected house burglar and recovered some stolen property in Oka. We have details.
A statement signed by the State Police Public Relations Officers, SP Haruna Mohammed, explained that while on stop and search operation along Ifite Road, Oka, police patrol team attached to B Division accosted one Elendu Wisdom, aged 26 years, and upon a search of his person, house and shop breaking implements such as hammer, knives, and a sewing device were found concealed underneath his wares, and the suspect was immediately searched, and some exhibits were recovered from him, including assorted sachets of hot drinks, Shamdo bottled wine, foodstuffs, cigarettes, among others, which the statement said he confessed upon interrogation to have stolen from a shop at First Market, Ifitoka. It explained that the scene was visited by police detectives and incidents confirmed by the shop owner, one Chinwe Madukebu, who put the value of the stolen items at 75,000 naira. The statement further disclosed that the suspect, a plaster of Paris POP work designer who hails from Asa in Okwa West local government area of Abia State but resides at Okuzo in Oyi local government area, was recently released from the prison over a similar case. The statement added that police patrol team attached to Awada division arrested one Chika Udeze, aged 26 years, of no fixed address, who allegedly broke into the residence of one Ifa Nyigwe of number 22B Isunjaba Street, Awada, and stolen various items of clothing apparels. It stated that he has confessed to the crime and other cases of housebreaking, burglary, and stealing within the area, while all items stolen by the suspect from the residence of his victim have been recovered.
On a cheery note, Cynthia Obuongu weds Arinze Ezodo at Awada. Former Miss Cynthia Obuongu has sealed her relationship with her heartthrob, Mr. Arinze Ezodo. The exchange of marital vow held at St. John Bosco Catholic Chaplaincy, Awada, was witnessed by friends, relatives, and well-wishers. Our correspondent, Odinaka Ngolisa, captured the colorful ceremony for Anambra Broadcasting Service and our reports.
The celebrant, Cynthia Obuongu, is the daughter of the Director of Finance, Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mrs. Nneka Obuongu. In his exhortation while joining the couple, a visiting priest and police superintendent, Reverend Father Vitus Oguji, stressed the need for perfect love, respect, and understanding for each other. He said marriage is for companionship, reminding them that the new position is another ladder, calling for prayers to enable them adopt to the new married life. The cleric, while encouraging them to love unconditionally, however, cautioned against undue parental interference. In an interview, the bride, Mrs. Cynthia Ezodo, expressed gratitude to God, praying for wisdom and grace for a successful married life, while her husband, Mr. Arinze Ezodo, prayed for God to be the cornerstone of their marriage.
I feel fulfilled. I feel happy. She's of good character. Everything is best known to me.
I pray that God will direct me, give me wisdom, understanding, knowledge to follow Him, to understand Him very well, and also to apply wisdom in whatever we are doing.
The event shifted to the reception venue, where parents, friends, and relatives advised the new couples on reality of life. For Mr. and Mrs. Boniface Obuongu, it was a fulfillment of their dream as they prayed, wishing the couple a blissful married life, while the groom's mother, Mrs. Grace Ezudu, prayed for a fruitful union.
Obi na atọ m short ama kan yesi kọwa eto obi dị nta obi bụ nsa aṅụrị
ka fa wele ịfụnanya n'ọnọdụ ọbụla ọ na-atọ ụtọ mana ọ na-enwekwa nwe obele inu mana mụ nwa na-afụ ya na ife ụtọ dị na ya kara ihu inu dị ya na
ịfụnanya ga-achị n'ime fa na udo ga-achị n'ime fa na ọganihu ga-achị n'ime fa.
The chairman on the occasion, Mr. Romanus Ezaka, remarked that the miracle of actualizing their dreams lies in their hands, advising them to make God the focal point of their marriage. Other guests who offered pieces of advice were Chief Raymond Eze, Mrs. Francis Ezaka, and Hilary Anyendubu, as well as the sponsor, Engineer and Dr. Mrs. Agudosi, among others. The ABS family were not left out, as they came in their numbers to share in the joy of the couple. In a speech, the Managing Director and Chief Executive of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Chief Uche Mwora, represented by the Director of Programs, Mrs. Kate Aiji Okeke, while wishing them success, called for wisdom to surmount the challenges of marriage.
I want to advise them not to look outside, to do all things together. They should fight together, they should stay together, and face every challenge.
Signing of marriage register, cutting of wedding cake, and bridal dance featured at the event. Odenaka Holisa, ABS News.
We say very big congratulations there to Cynthia and Ahatro. Now, it was a tribute of a painful loss as late evangelist Mrs. Helen Titilayo Okoye was laid to rest at Amatoto, Agolo, Anocha local government area of Anambra State. Late Mrs. Okoye was the wife of former Asurok chaplain, Reverend William Okoye. A correspondent, Kenechukwu Chukwode, reports.
The burial ceremony, which was interdenominational because of late Mrs. Okoye's remarkable contributions to the Christian faith, attracted men of God across the country and personalities from different walks of life. In his message at the burial ceremony, a guest preacher, Bishop Paul Nwachukwu, reminded Christians of the vanity of life as nothing stops death from happening at the time destined by God, which Christians should always be prepared for, as no one knows the appointed time. Bishop Nwachukwu reiterated that chase and trust in material possessions will save no one from judgment after death and urged Christians to make amends in their life. The first son of the deceased, Mr. Emmanuel Okoye, thanked God for the impact the mother made in his life, especially for bringing him and his siblings closer to God, assuring that they will always keep her legacies alive.
What we have today, many of us without her, made a tremendous input in our life. So we know that everybody will go, including myself, everybody will go. And she has exceeded gloriously.
Mrs. Faithful Adeshino, a daughter to the deceased, noted that she will remember her mother as a prayerful woman who used her resources to help the needy, advising Christians to always help one another as all earthly possessions are never taken along at death. The burial ceremony attracted the former president of Nigeria, Chief Goodluck Jonathan, and wife, Mrs. Patience, while vice president of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, and governor of Anambra State, Chief Willie Obiano, were represented by the deputy governor of Anambra State, Dr. Nkem Okeke. From Agolo, Aniocha Council area, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
The futility of life indeed. We say that the Lord will be with the family at this trying period. And that's just about it on the news. But before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV online. Follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV. And on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Governor Obiano has restated the importance of community policing in strengthening security across the country. Anambra government has commenced removal of illegal structures on water channels. Police have arrested suspected house burglar in Oka. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonye Mokoye. Good morning and have a great day.